bloated look from all the carving up and stuff that goes on. You obviously changed something this year, and you came in with possibly the smallest waist you've had in the last 5 Mr. Olympias. How did you do that, and how much attention did you pay to what they said?
Actually, I started out after last year's Olympia, had my one cheat meal, and pretty much jumped right back on the diet. And what I did was diet for the whole year. I ate at the same time that I do when I'm pre-contest, which is like 10 to 12 weeks out. Ate at the same time in the off-season. Pretty much had the same food. Grits for breakfast, second meal chicken, third meal chicken, fourth meal steak, fifth meal protein shake. Fifth meal was also turkey, and sixth meal was the protein shake. So I kept my meals the same, ate the same, ate a little bit less than I normally do.
So in the off-season, you didn't get as heavy as you do sometimes?
I got as heavy. I just didn't eat as much as I normally do. I ate a little bit less food. Like, say, for instance, instead of having like 14 ounces of chicken, I'd have like 10, 12.
And you did it all year round?
I did it all year round.
Okay, so when you said you got up to the same kind of weight, does that mean that you had less body fat at that weight when you were off-season?
Exactly. I had less body fat. So
you came in with a smaller waist and bigger muscles?
Yeah, another thing that I did was, I got Joe Wheeler and Chad Nichols told me to do this. Wear my belt the whole time I'm working out.
Is that right?
And keep my stomach tensed up the whole time I was working out. And keep my stomach tensed up even when I'm driving around, sitting at home watching TV and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you and I, we watched it on the internet last night, your Mr. Olympia posing routine, and I noticed your comments at that time were that your stomach really was tight, your legs were more separated than ever been. Yep. Do you think that whole approach helped?
I know that whole approach helped because we saw it on stage this year's Olympia. So that's why I say, I diet year-round for the most part. Eat not a whole lot of food at one time like I used to do. Trying to be big and bigger. The weight's going to come if I train hard. I see that now. The muscle's going to come. So I just let my training build my muscle and let my food pretty much all season, instead of eating all this junk and stuff, eat like I'm getting ready for a contest. Because I'm still trying to build muscle in off season.
Did you find it harder? Because you pretty much had to diet. Well, I know you look at it a different way. You only dieted for 12 weeks, but other people would complain and say they've been dieting all year. Obviously, you took it on as a challenge. You happy with the results?
Of course, it's harder because, but I want to be better, and I got to do, as Mr. Olympia, I got to do what it takes to get better, and that was my motivation right there.
Seems you don't have no room for weakness, Ron.
No room for weakness. when you're number one, you want to stay number one. You got to do what it takes to stay and be number one. And those are the things that I do.
I've known you for a while now. I haven't seen any weaknesses. A lot of the guys go off the rails, particularly when they make money and new friends and all the fast things that being a celebrity may bring. Is it your upbringing that's kept you earthed and kept you just being the same as you ever been?
I think that has a lot to do with it, but I think the most part has to do with it is, of course, the way I grew up, but it's my faith for the most part. And like I said earlier, I'm having fun doing this, and this is something I enjoy doing because this is what I was put here to do. And like I said earlier, everybody has a calling, and this is what God pretty much called me to do.
The other thing God did was he didn't let you forget where you've come from, Ron, and I think that's why you are the people's champ. Everywhere you go, you're loved and admired, and I've never seen anyone with more fans than Ron Coleman, and you deserve it.
It's like this, Tony. Like I told you the other day, I don't know if it was you or somebody else I was talking to, I don't consider myself no different from anybody else in this world. I'm just a little bit bigger.
Just a fair bit bigger.
Just a fair bit bigger.
getting late, I don't know, about 3 a.m. And I'm driving in my 57 Dream. It's getting late, I don't know just where I've been. And I'm coming to you from all points in between. A little loving on my mind. A little loving, she's my machine. Yeah, baby. She gets long, a little long. She's bringing me home, and I love to feel her each and every night. Damn straight, she's wild and overdrive.